There's one to. Thank you for joining us for this hour. I'm just going to run through a quick couple of things before we start. So this performance, like all of the performances, is a relaxed performance. So that just means we've got a relaxed attitude to any sound or movement from the audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who might not be able to be still or silent for the duration of the piece. If at any point you do want to pop out, feel free to head through the door at the back. There's some water and stuff out there. Help yourself, come back on in when you feel up to it. I'm over here, so just give me a shout if you do need anything. We've got some audio little headsets as well if you'd like to use those. Again, just give me a shout. The lights should stay like this throughout, however they have been going out quite a bit. So if that happens, I do apologise. I will put it back on as quickly as I can. There'll be no loud bangs or anything, but there might be some background music throughout. I will hand over, oh actually, sorry, do this every time. We also have the lovely Tommy, who is going to be being for us for this hour, so thank you for being here. I'll pass over to Reese, who is our GM for this hour.
Hello, 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 hello. My name is Reese. I am the Games Master for this hour, and what does that mean? Well, first of all, let's get started with what we're doing here. This is a tabletop role-playing game, and what that means is these wonderful individuals around me play their own individual unique characters in a fantasy setting. I control the fantasy setting. I am the seas they sail upon, the allies they've made, the monsters they fight, the gods making them go insane. And to mediate, we use dice rolls. We've got 245 hours of backstory, so let me catch you up. They are crew members upon the Spirit of the Horizon, a scientific research vessel that was ripped from its own reality as they escaped this great old god, and have been making their way around the world trying to find tablet pieces that they believed was going to take them home. It didn't. It brought that creature to this world. After multiple adventures and this building hope that they'd get home, it was ripped away from them. The same way that the spell ripped away the life of Relora, the acting captain.
Don't forget Bella.
And Bella, of course, Bella.
R.I.P. Bella.
After mounting an army to attack this creature, they watched as their plan crumbled before their eyes, as the creature was unaffected by any of their onslaughts. They threw sphinxes and dragons and dragon turtles at this creature, and it was seemingly unfazed. We catch up as they have fled and made their way to the Trocken Caldera and are going to attempt to make their last stand there and plan to drop the floating city of Clathid upon its head. So, let's get ready. I'm going to give our players a chance to introduce themselves, starting with my far right. So tell us your name, your character's name, and what they do on the ship.
So, my name's Jamie. I'm playing Liability Scaleflank, the Dragonborn cleric upon the ship. He is one of the only sailors that we have on board and has a massive workload as a result. Need to speak to the Master of Arms about that. And recently quite a broken man after learning what the threat is through a spell he cast. I'm David. I'm playing Dubious Scaleflank, brother of Liabilities. I'm not a sailor. I'm a marine on board because apparently competent fighters are in short supply.
Hi, I'm Chaz. I'm Chaz, and I'm Golan Heights, who was the first acting captain of the Spirit of the Horizon. He was accidentally teleported out, reappeared a week and a half later in their time. For him, it was 12 years in a maddening wasteland. He's a lot older now, obviously. He seems to have mysterious new powers, tattoos from neck to waist, and a very messed up eye.
I'm Callum. I play Lorith, an elven wizard, and I do book things. Lots and lots of book things, as by the tome I have next to me.
Okay. We pick up as the Spirit of the Horizon approaches the Trocken Caldera, and you've seen what this war has already done to this place. They've already sustained heavy casualties. You look up, and what was once a mushroom cloud that cracked and rumbled with thunder is gone, and you see the underside of the floating city of Clathid. the electrical energy occasionally pulsing off it. You came up with a plan to lure this creature here, to attempt to freeze it in place, and whilst having it held there just for a moment, dropping the floating city of Clathid upon its head. You've also taken up the chance to reinforce the front of the ship to see if ramming it will help. But we pick up as works are underway, the magic users are getting ready to cast mass ice spells in an attempt to prepare to freeze this massive lagoon within the center of the Trocken Caldera. The acting captain, Galbert Twinkletoes, is assembling the task force to send up to Clathid. And that's where we pick up. So, Galbert has been rushing around, going back and forth, trying to prepare people, and he then goes to his close friend, Golan, and asks him to assemble the task force to go up to Clathid. He leaves that information with you. What do you do with it?
Well, a lot of the spellcasters are going to be on the ground, right?
Yes.
And from what people have told me about this orb, the only essential thing we really need to do is smash it for this thing to come tumbling out of the sky.
Yes.
So essentially, I need a couple of heavy hitters and some healers with us on this task force. It needs to be quick and small as a group,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's what I'll do. I'll grab some heavy hitters and maybe 2 clerics.
That could work. A cleric, a paladin, a wizard.
Yeah. How about that?
How about that?
I can't believe I came up with such a good idea.
It's genius. Okay, so you look around the ship and you do see the odd magic user getting ready to go prepare spells. You command a lot of respect upon the ship. People are looking at you weirdly after you've returned with your strange eye and multiple tattoos and your ability to conjure your weapon from the ether. But you still command a certain amount of respect. What is everyone else doing during this time?
I am preparing for the worst case scenario, the thing we discussed earlier.
Yes.
And I've recruited the help of, I forget his name, the one who shielded against Cthulhu.
Oh, yes. Philip Iontru, the
Yeah,
ship's geologist.
because I'll need his help to make the plan work.
So you two are setting up the
backup plan.
backup plan.
Yeah.
The get out of dodge plan.
That one, yeah.
Okay, so you two are up near the helm setting up this plan.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be doing during this time?
I'm guarding them because they're busy.
Okay.
No, we would
You
have
see
specifically said no.
Philip and 2 individuals up by the helm. What would you be
No, I'm
doing?
facing the other direction.
Preparing kind of probably my own personal escape plan.
That's fair.
having seen the kind of the destruction that has befallen us thus far, and the I won't say so far as the lack of success. I'll be preparing kind of my own books, my own spells to help with running away very quickly.
That's entirely fair. You are aware that you're going to need a magic user to get you up to Clathid. The best way up there is teleportation circle.
That's right.
You and Philip are up by the helm. You are preparing spells on the deck, getting ready for your own personal escape route.
Oh.
Golan.
Oh, Philip knows teleport. Oh, well, this is good. This is going to be very easy then. Do-do-do-do-do. Walking over.
Check my own.
You see as the old captain, gentlemen, you see as the old captain, Golan approaches towards you.
Right, what's all this then?
Backup plan.
Ah, Golan! These fine gentlemen, this one in particular, came up with a rather interesting plan which makes sure that if the worst comes to worst, hopefully no one will get hurt.
Oh, sounds excellent. Do fill me in.
Well, he has employed me to create a teleportation circle by the helm, so if it needs be, if someone had to pilot the ship towards this creature, at the last moment they could be teleported out.
That's a marvellous idea. Where would they be teleported to?
Where do you want them teleported to? That's a good question.
That's a very good question. This is going to be dropped.
Yes. Well, something's dropping and then we're ramming it.
Yeah. Where's the nearest safe place after it drops?
We haven't
Wouldn't be
thought
the
that far
Caldera.
ahead.
It's probably one of the local cities on the Caldera, isn't
It's probably going to be in Queen Tabras's palace.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Excellent. So,
Probably send a message to get permission first.
good idea. I'll make sure.
Violet, Violet,
Yes.
you're going to have to teleport us up to Clathed.
Yes.
Yes. You're more than welcome to join us on the journey through Clathed. Or
I have far too much work to do, but I can send one of my underlings.
Hearing this in my ears are probably going to perk and go,
Yep.
uh-oh.
Excellent.
Ha, volunteer.
Who to send? Loreth!
Yes?
I have a very important job for you.
Yes?
You're going to accompany these gentlemen on their way up to Clathed.
Yes?
Excellent. I will get the teleportation circle ready. Please join in hands as... Join hands.
I'm thinking of holding your hand.
Chancey!
There's no place like home.
I could Chancey just be like, ooh, on my shoulders.
Yes, Chancey is
Strength, of,
unpleasant.
strength of 19, I can
Okay.
handle it for now.
As Violet begins to cast the spell, you see the dust that has settled upon the deck begin to swirl around your feet, and in a moment you feel a tightening around your bodies, and you find yourself upon Clathed. I'll be leaving now. And he's gone.
Right, I suppose we're heading in the direction of these
Can I
these
get a
council chambers.
perception check from everyone?
Hilarious.
Modified 20.
Modified 20.
6. 25.
Ooh. I'm blind as a
16
fucking
plus
bat.
7.
Yeah. You are taken back. As you land, you look out and you see the sky stretch on for miles and miles. It's breathtaking. And you are unaware that normally when you get teleported into Clathed, you go through a warehouse. The warehouse is gone. Multiple buildings have been destroyed. You look out across this landscape and you see swarms of these mygo creatures, and you see something much, much bigger.
Do I know what it is?
You would have seen something similar to this creature before. You would have avoided it like the plague.
Yeah.
It's easily 80, 100 feet long, as wide as a house. This long worm. When you look at it, there are these tentacles around its face. You've seen similar creatures like this before. You've heard of purple worms, but this isn't a purple worm. It's something much larger and far more alien.
What colour is it?
It would be... hang on. Multiple colours. You see a mix of grey and green and purple. The creature itself, as it moves through the ground, occasionally coming above surface, you see slime just pouring off this creature. What would the party like to do?
Upon seeing this, I'm going to recommend that we don't stay on the ground for too long. Do you know where we're going precisely and how long it'll take us to get there?
I believe I've been given directions by Galbert.
You would know that the best pearl, the most exposed one, this blue orb that you're trying to destroy, would be under the council chambers.
We've got to head to the council chambers then.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's on the far side of the island.
We have to go to the far side of the island.
I perhaps have something that will help us get there a little faster. Everyone hold hands. And I'm going to cast Fly at, math, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th level, granting everyone fly. You get a fly speed of 60 feet, and that lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. As you join hands, you see your feet become lighter. Your whole form begins to float as you can now fly.
Mom would be so proud. She would.
And I'm thinking an expeditious advancement, if you don't mind. Lead the way.
That's a
Expeditious
big word.
advancements. And try to stay quiet.
Which
That
way?
goes for you as well, Chancey. Cool.
Which way?
This way.
I'll follow.
As you begin to fly just above this island, you see this long road that splits down the centre that leads towards the palace. And just in front of the palace, you know the council chambers rest there. Beneath it is the orb. As you make your way across, you are easily... Can I get stealth checks? It's at disadvantage if you're flying through the air.
Do you want to roll for Chancey?
Would you like to roll for Chancey?
Oh, great.
My
Yeah.
stealth was 15.
15?
9.
9?
15.
And
6.
Chancey's was 8.
Oh, guys. As you make your way through the air, a shadow rises on the far side of the island. You see these multiple insectoid creatures making their way towards you. You've encountered these things before. They are dragonfly-like in body with these almost insectual bat-like wings and a head of multiple eyes. You would know them as Myga. As they make their way towards the party, what would you like to do? You have about 12 seconds before they're on top of you.
I would like to rage.
To go into a rage.
And I would like to hold my action until one's within striking distance. I won't land, I'll just wait until one's within striking distance.
Okay.
I'm going to go down and try and find a better place to hide.
Okay. Bear in mind, if you land, you can no longer fly.
Ooh, okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, if you land during a fly spell, you can no longer fly.
No, it's good to know.
You have to recast it.
I will then cast... But I will hold my action to cast Chromatic Orb should they come close, start attacking anyone else.
Okay, what's the damage on your chromatic orb? You can choose. It can be any damage type.
Right.
pretty much.
Thunder damage. I
Okay,
believe is an
excellent.
option.
You first. Hoping my brother joins me, I'm going to hold my breath and get ready to spray them if they come close enough.
Okay. This cold energy builds in your throat as you prepare your breath weapon attack. What colour dragonborn are you?
I'm red.
You're red. So white and red.
Quick one. Can I do some form of check to see if I recognize creatures, maybe weaknesses of some variety?
What sort of check do you reckon that would be?
Don't know.
Yeah, I'd say a nature check. Or just a straight intelligence check. These things are outside of nature. They're beyond.
Arcane. 16.
16. Well, there's some form of aberration in terms of weakness. You don't know.
Would be safe to assume similar insect-like qualities, or
They have very insect-like bodies, and the heads of these multiple eyes, and the wings are almost reptilian or bat-like. It's hard to tell as they move very quickly, like dragonflies. As you and pincers, large pincers. Sorry. As this swarm makes its way towards you, you see this mass of black and purple bodies just flying towards you. As they get close, you see the tints of green in their scaly exoskeleton. at which point they are upon you and you can all release your attacks. So make your spell attack roll, make your 2 attacks,
Yep.
3 attacks, because you would have enough time to prepare it. And
Breath weapon.
I mean,
Breath
I'll take 3
weapons.
attacks. I mean, I'll take 3.
they fail their saving throw.
Ooh, that's a nat 1. Let's eliminate that. 28
That will
and
hit.
27.
That will hit. What's the damage on Chromatic Orb?
It's 3d8, but I've got like 8. I roll a 2.
That will actually hit. Their armor class is not high, so everyone roll damage for me.
You have to roll damage, you have to make saves first.
I've rolled the saves, they failed.
Okay, it's 12 for me.
12?
And 19 for me.
19.
Jesus, man.
Okay, that's 19 on the first hit.
As you raise your maul and just bring it clean through one of these creatures' bodies.
And that's
It
20
didn't
for the
stand a chance.
That's 20 for the second, wherever that's going.
Another one just splats. You two see as multiple of these creatures take the damage, still managing to remain airborne.
I make a small thunderclap and do 12 points of thunder damage.
Excellent. As you see now this swarm swirling around you, there's easily 10, 15 of these creatures left standing. So at this point, can I get a perception check from everyone?
Yep. Crit fail.
Oh, you don't see anything, my friend.
8.
What? What's going on?
8. My elven eyes are 19.
Ho ho.
What
do your As elf you-
eyes see?
I don't know, what do they see?
As you see this swarm gathering around you, you 3 individuals are caught up in this battle. You look down at the ground as it begins to shift,
Uh-oh.
and a hole begins to appear. As we go into the rest of the initiative order. At the very top of the round, it's your go. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast a blade barrier just over that hole that's forming.
Over the hole that's forming.
Yep.
Good spell.
Okay. How does your blade barrier look? What
Um,
weapons would we see upon the wall of blades?
Long, elegant kind of scimitars, very elegant
What's
looking,
range?
very fine, almost bejeweled like
kicks.
purple arcane swishing.
As you're in the grips of this battle, you see the elven wizard distracted for a moment as he looks down, mutters an incantation and gestures, and at the ground you see this hole beginning to appear, and it's instantly covered in daggers and scimitars as they swirl and churn. Golan,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
So there's a hole appearing in the ground.
Yes.
Can I fly away so I'm outside of the radius of the hole?
Absolutely, yes.
But also,
You'd
can I
evoke
s-
attacks of opportunity.
how many am I in combat with?
3.
Oh, well, in that case I'll just hit 2 of them. then.
Okay, cool.
No.
Go for it.
That feels like a better use of my time.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go reckless.
Ooh!
Oh boy.
Ooh, not great. Plus 13. 18 on the first.
That will hit.
Alright.
You've fought these creatures before. They're low-level, sort of.
And that's
Troops.
a 23 on the second.
That will hit.
Yeah, here we go. Bless you. That is that's a 17 on the first.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes the second. I didn't actually roll my second attack, did I? Oh no, I
did, yeah.
Losing track of all the dice. Oh, that's a bit better. That is a 22 on the second.
Both these creatures instantly turn to this purplish greeny mess as you bring your maul down.
As my free action, can I turn to the third one? Just go. It's not going to do anything. It's an aberration from another world. Still.
Seeing that, I'm
Sure,
going
you
to-
can do that. Are you going to attempt to move away, or are you still standing there, floating there?
It will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yes, it will.
You know what? It's quite a substantial. Do I know what this hole means?
You would understand that the large worm creature is capable of burrowing through the earth incredibly quickly.
You know what? Screw it. Let's take the attack of opportunity, shall we? And just move out of the way.
Okay. That's a miss with a 9.
Bonk.
Gentlemen.
Ah.
Dubious. You were up first.
Okay, is there a space like in front of where we need, in the direction we need to go, where there's
Oh, yeah,
on the
Chauncey.
side amongst the swarm?
Oh yeah.
I specifically told Chauncey not to attack until I tell him to. In fact, Chauncey should be as far away from this as possible. for the
Okay.
moment.
What would you like to do?
Is there not, like the swarm in front of us, between us and where we want to go, is there like a small gap I can see between them?
Make a perception check.
That's
You can see the palace, you can see the council chambers, you can see where the roof has been pretty much ripped off the council chambers. You can't see a clear route that wouldn't mean you'd have to go through multiple.
I know I'm looking amongst the swarm. Is there like essentially an unoccupied square?
Oh yeah, there is an unoccupied area.
I'll cast Guardian of Faith in that square.
Okay.
Guardian of Faith in that.
Casting
one
Guardian
square.
of Faith. How does your Guardian manifest itself? What does it look like?
Me, but with a bigger shield and a bigger sword.
Vanity, I guess. All right.
I'm called dubious for a reason. I'm the humble one.
DM. Have you guys
Dubious,
made a
dubious.
mistake? Blade barrier is
That's
also
like
a
dubious.
concentration spell. But I figure in my panic, the fly stops. We're in free fall.
And he's liabilities.
Or would you rather I did the other way around
well,
to
well.
save?
We'll deal with that in a moment.
Then you make dex saves.
Dex saves.
Anyone within 10 feet needs
Yep.
to make dex saves.
There are 4 of them.
You're a pearl.
Fail,
My
fail, fail, pass.
Okay.
They
so
take a certain amount of damage, correct?
20 if you failed and 10 if you succeeded.
Okay, so 3 of them are gone. Entirely gone. As this radiant image of yourself with its large great sword in one hand and shield in the other just swings clean through 3 of them and brings the shield down towards another, batting it upon their head. You see as multiple eyes just pop. Okay. Oh,
I'm going to use my movement to move towards the direction we need to go. I was clearing like a route.
okay. You begin to move that way,
Yeah.
at which point you realise you're not actually flying anymore. You're in free fall. As the wizard has tried to cast 2 concentration spells at once and has forgotten about that.
Chauncey!
As you fall to the ground, all
Sorry,
4 of
guys.
you. Can I get dexterity saving throws, please?
Chauncey!
Let me see. If there's any point where I can sprout some actual dragon wings, that'd be great. More dragon?
You're not a
Oh, by the way,
dragonborn
any-
sorcerer, so no.
No. Who's within 10 feet of me because I get my charisma modifier.
Your
to,
brother.
yeah. So you get an additional +3 to the,
And
whatever you roll.
potentially Golan. Yeah. So you'd be able to add his charisma modifier onto your
What's
saving
your
throw.
charisma modifier? 3. In that case, that takes me up to 16.
Was
16?
it dex? Yeah.
Dex, yeah.
Made up to 20.
Nice.
10.
10. Okay.
14 on my part.
14. As you begin to fall, you moved just out of the way in time, but you're all falling towards this blade barrier. What's the damage on blade barrier?
60-10.
Yeah, 60-10 slashing damage on after a dexterity save.
What's your DC?
16.
16! Ah, this is gonna go well. You passed.
Nope.
You failed. You passed. You 2 gentlemen take half damage. This is slashing damage, so it's halved again for you.
Yeah.
So roll the damage for me as you fall
I am
towards,
raging.
towards this churning.
That's not badly.
Really? Because I'm sure that's a 10.
Yeah, 10, 20, 22, 23, 28 points of slashing damage.
Halved once to 14, halved again to 7.
What was the total damage, sorry?
28.
20.
28.
28.
Yep.
Okay, he's going to want to use one of his legendary resistances to not take as much damage from that. As you fall, you see 1, 2, 3, all of these tentacles rise up around the blade barrier. As you fall, it's going to make Oh, it's gonna make its attacks. Yes.
Anyone, is it an aberration?
It is an aberration. It has
evil?
disadvantage on
just
saving
had to
throws against
cast
disadvantage against
Blade
attack rolls towards you.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be one attack towards Golan and one attack towards you. Okay, so the first attack towards you at disadvantage is a 12 to hit, so it misses. The next attack towards you, my friend, is a 14. Are you serious? I can't hit anything.
14 does not hit.
Really?
I'm okay, thank you. I want to keep my tray intact. Okay. As you fall and land upon this blade barrier, it churns, and you manage to get off it as this creature rises up out of the ground. Oh, okay. Back to the top of the round.
Did I not get to?
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
We always forget.
So,
Liabilities.
are we
it's your-
on the ground?
You are on the ground.
Okay, cool. I'm going to call down a flame strike into the fucking hole.
Okay.
At
So
8th level.
Is dexterity
Oh!
saving throw correct?
Yeah.
8th level.
What's your DC?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Rolls a 17, has a -1 dex. So it fails, taking full damage from this.
Just for
As make sure you're ready for your turn, okay?
Yep.
I just gotta figure out this one. Right, cool. So, 6,
6.
10, 15, 21, 24, 27 fire damage,
27 fire damage. Wow.
and 12, 13, 14, 19, 21 radiant damage.
21 radiant. As you look towards the hole, there is this streak of flame and radiant gold energy as it tries to engulf this creature, but it forces it off. I mean, you're doing some damage to it.
I would like to move away from the hole.
Okay, cool. So, you move away from the hole,
Yeah.
provoking an attack of opportunity. Will 25 hit you?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You take 24 points of piercing damage. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, my friend?
For me?
Yep.
Sweet. Ooh. 8.
You look over towards your brother as this maw comes down upon him. As it lifts up, you have been swallowed.
Oh. Hey, been there, pal.
I know.
Been there.
This is a little bit of a problem, though, considering my health.
Yep. You take 28 points of acid damage.
Excellent.
That's good
As
restoration
you
of
are
the set.
forced down this creature's gullet as it begins to squeeze around you. The stomach acid and natural acid just emanates off this creature, make its way into your skin. Haha.
Is Golan near? to
Yes,
me?
Golan is fairly near to you. He's within 10 feet.
I'm going to move up to him and say, I know you're really angry, but let's keep focused on the mission. I'm going to cast Dimension Door. I move us 500 feet closer to our intended destination.
Okay, as you go to cast the spell, can I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Yep. That is 18 on the dice.
Plus 7.
25.
25. You take 16 half to 8 force damage as the magical protections around Clafford still exist, and teleportation magic within the city itself is held against.
Do I take that damage as well?
Yes.
Right, how much was it?
16 half to 8.
8 force damage,
Okay.
right.
Golan, you're up.
How far away am I from the council chambers?
You are currently, what's half a mile in feet?
About 1,200 feet.
1,1200 feet.
Thereabouts.
What is in between me and the council chambers? This huge thing in the middle,
Yep.
and like a bunch
you-
of me going.
A bunch of me go above you. This large worm-like creature with a tentacular face. You see where buildings once stood have been destroyed and half eaten by this worm. You look out towards the palace and castle, and half of that is gone as well. This thing has been having a meal of this place.
Okay, I'm going to use all of my movement to cover the very paltry now, it seems, 40 feet, just like in the direction of that, trying to scooch around it. But as I'm moving, I'm gonna.
Okay, make your attack rolls.
4 of those bad boys.
Hmm?
14, is 14 gonna hit?
14 will not hit.
Okay, the other one was a 1. That's better. 18,
Will not hit.
Dick hide.
21.
21 will hit. So, you reach up with... How do your Eldritch Blast look?
And they're just like, you know how in Star Wars: The Force Awakens when that blaster bolt's frozen, it's all
Yep.
janky. It's like that, but green.
Okay.
4
So,
of those.
as 4 of these blasts leap out of your eye, all of them hit the creature, but only one of them finds any way in to do damage. Roll your damage very quickly for me.
8.
8. Excellent.
I'm helping.
Yay! Okay,
Holy.
so as you run away, it gets an attack of opportunity against you. Come sit. Oh my. Well, 25 hit you, my friend.
Oh yes, it most certainly will.
Excellent. You take 23 points of piercing damage, half to you because you're raging, so 11.
Thank you.
Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you?
Is this the swallow?
Yep.
All right.
Well, we're about to lose a few characters.
9.
9.
Yeah.
You feel yourself be forced down this creature's mouth and gullet as it just pushes you down. You take 28 points of acid damage as you make your way down this creature's esophagus, it begins to dissolve you.
Gonna really start burning through those potions.
Excellent.
Wow.
Dubious. You're up. What would you want to do? You see as this creature has swallowed 2 of your allies already.
If I send it somewhere, would they take them with them?
Send it somewhere. How?
Punishment.
Banishment, of course. Depending on whether or not it passes the saving throw. It's holding them, and everything held within the creature would be taken with it. You would have an understanding of that spell.
Alright. I'm going to instead immediately charge towards its open mouth and dive in with sword ready.
Okay, so you run in, your heavy
Voluntarily
armor chanking.
And 2 attack rolls on the way down.
2 attack rolls on the way down, so make your 2 attack rolls for me.
And I get to decide if the Divine Smite gets in after I hit, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to declare Divine Smite before the hit.
I do get...
Just roll your
No,
attacks.
just double check the rolls here. That's fine. It's natural 20.
That's a critical success.
And
Wow.
then dump for...
That would be a wise time to dump a stupid amount of... Yes.
And that's... The next one is 22.
22. Both your attacks hit.
I'll dump 2 4th levels in there.
2 4th level. Okay, so
So, 1...
that's a critical, so you double
that's
this.
the normal weapon dice because of improved Divine Smite.
Yep.
And so that's 2, and then an additional dice.
Do you
for
need
everyone.
more D8, my
I
friend?
know, I've got these.
Okay, cool.
That's all?
4th level Divine Smite at your level.
So it's
You
2.
need 2 more D8 from that.
It's 2 from the normal, and then 2 from Smite.
Smite.
And for every level afterwards is 1 extra D8, so 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Roll that damage for me. Oh, that's good.
Okay, let's see, that's...
As you raise your sword, bringing it directly into this creature's... It doesn't really have much of a face, it's just a mass of tentacles upon this worm. It digs it in, and the blade begins to glow with this divine energy.
85?
85 points of damage.
I love the question mark.
anyone want to check my
as in
math?
like, was that all right?
No, hold on. What's 77 plus 7?
84.
84 then, sorry.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
Wow. Now I have to rub a 1 off this.
No, there's still the other attacks.
Yes, roll your other attack.
Paladins, man.
Paladins.
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 Paladins. Not even once.
To be fair, it was monks the other day.
Okay.
25.
What? 25? Okay.
35.
35. Oh, that's fine then.
Are you okay, mate?
I'm fine. Okay, I need to make some constitution saving throws. It failed.
I can't imagine why.
Gentlemen.
Not again!
You feel muscles within this creature twitch as something from the outside has damaged it intensely.
How does this look from the outside?
Oh. You stab your sword in twice. The first one, you see the radiant glow just pulse all the way down this creature. This 100-foot long creature is filled with this radiant energy. The second strike comes in, not doing as much as the first, but still doing a lot of damage. As this happens, you see the creature reel for a moment, and gentlemen, you feel the muscles around you contract as you are pushed out of the body in this acidy vomit and land on the floor, you next to your brother.
See, got you out.
Liabilitas, it's your turn.
Divine channel. Wait a minute. How badly does everyone look?
Yeah, I've taken quite a nasty hit of it. I've taken at least like 60 points of damage.
Would you say you're below half of your vitality?
I am not below half of my vitality.
Well, it's
No.
useless for you then. No.
You can't see me. I'm 500 feet in that direction.
Nope, you didn't teleport.
Oh, did I not
No,
teleport?
you stood exactly. Sorry, I should have made that clearer.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm like a third of the way down of my health.
Oh, that's useless then. I'm just gonna.
I mean, a mass cure wounds wouldn't go amiss.
Yes, mass cure wounds. And can I chuck a potion as a bonus action?
Absolutely. So you cast the Mass Cure Wounds, healing every. What level are you casting at?
Well, at this point, it's big or go home at 8.
Okay, roll your healing from that, and then you take 48 points of healing from the healing potion.
48.
48. It's a superior? Supreme.
But the average is actually 45.
45, sorry.
3 points.
Meh. It's not like it's going to be there for long.
If it's the creature's turn, make a
14,
dex saving
24.
throw because of blade barrier.
Okay. Passes.
Oh, it still takes half damage.
Yep.
34 points of healing to everyone, please.
34 points of healing to everyone.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Um,
Most useful.
Wow, that's actually really good. 10,
45.
37.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so.
I am
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Creature takes 43 half to 21 damage.
That's good. Excellent. So, once again, the blades churn against this creature's hide as it just pushes off the damage. Okay, so. It's your turn again. What would you like to do?
Well, is it not the creature's turn? Because at the start of the turn, it does that. So it's technically.
I didn't take it from the start of its other turn.
Ah.
So, that's the start of its other turn.
Cool.
And then its turn was spent vomiting. So,
I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
mm-hmm.
Chill Touch is D8.
Yes, at the level you're at, it's 4d8.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sorry, did you say 4d8 or 48?
4d8. 4 8-sided dice.
8.
Sometimes you just got to do the things that amuse yourself. It's why my show was reviewed so poorly.
What did you get on the attack roll?
Oh, yes, because I have to. Roll
Thank
the
you.
hit first. Sorry.
Ooh, that's good.
That is a 26.
26 will most definitely hit. What was your damage?
It was 16. Yeah, 16 damage.
16, what type of damage? Necrotic? Correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
And his speed is half reduced by 10 feet.
Alright. So. Oh, he's not liking this at all. Golan, it's your turn.
Am I technically in combat with this giant
You
thing?
are in combat with this creature. You are technically also you all prone in front of it.
Okay, well, I'm going to use help by moving to get out,
Yep.
first of all. Which is 20.
Yes.
I
can deal with it.
I guess hit it with my maul.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah, sure.
If it ain't broke, you
Don't
know.
fix it.
I won't go reckless though.
You're not going reckless.
No, I'm not a moron. One is a 23, one is a 31.
You know what, Chaz? Yeah, they both hit.
Funnily enough.
That is 16 on the first.
So the first small strike comes down.
And that is, oh, much better. That is 20 on the second.
Excellent. You're dealing quite a fair bit of damage to this creature, and it's not liking it. Dubious.
That's a free action.
I'm just going to go by banishment. Specifically, the fire plane.
It goes back to its home plane.
Is it? No, you send it to a plane. It's unless it's not its home plane.
Unless it's not on its home plane.
Oh, in which case, fair enough. Hey.
It's a charisma saving throw, correct?
Yep.
Oh, great.
It's a giant worm. It can't be that charismatic.
It's going to use one of its legendary resistances to push the effect off. It now only has one of those left.
Okay.
That's your turn. Is there anything else you want to do?
Where did I get thrown up out? Like,
You didn't even make it inside.
fair enough.
You did so much damage to it that the moment you were finished, it vomited.
Right. I'm just going to stand there and.
Same, mate.
Wait.
Okay. It's now the creature's turn. Oh, this is going to be fun. Alright, so
said that
very,
last
very upset at you.
Yes.
It's going to make one attack. What's your armor class?
23 disadvantage.
23 at disadvantage because you're a paladin. Rolls a 15 to hit. The mouth comes down, but you raise your shield, just pushing yourself out of the way.
Paladin.
Not even.
It's going to
once.
make a sting attack towards you as it brings its tail
Me or
up.
him?
You.
Oh. There's so much anger.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
Yes! 20 piercing damage as this stinger comes down and pierces through your armor. Can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
You can get +3 to that if you're because you're near me. I did that. No, I don't. Natural one.
Oh, you take 42 points of poison damage as the creature just forces as much of its poison into your body as possible. Some of it just replacing your own blood.
Is he poisoned now?
Did it make a,
No,
yeah,
he's actually
A lot
not.
of poison damage.
did it make a dex save at the start of its turn for Blade Barrier?
It failed. Tell me damage, please.
10, 20, 30 points of damage.
Nice. Just chipping away. It's
Okay.
nice. We're just chipping away at it. It's good.
So, as you're engaged with combat with this colossal worm-like creature, swallowing multiple members of the party, poisoning you, burning you with acid, you've dealing significant damage to it, and it doesn't look happy. And that's where we're going to leave this hour off.
I pity the next person to join in.
I'm going to hand over to Kat. Sorry, just check. Wow, you guys did a lot.
Thank you. I don't know what that was. Thank you for joining us for this hour. Please do feel free to come back. We've got 4 more this evening, and that is it. You can come back to watch, but if you do want to play, then quickly run downstairs and get. I think we might sold out. Oh,
You sold out, yeah. We tried to buy all the tickets that remained. There wasn't any.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
I
come
may
on,
have some of those
watch, if
tickets.
we're gonna be here. Why not?
What?
It's fun. I want to
Was that you?
If you are running away, you can still catch us. We'll be streaming at twitch.tv/adventures. Thanks. Adventurers Wanted, that was. And we're live tweeting at Adventurers 250. Anyone want to say anything?
Wow.
Just remember to recycle, guys. Like, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, we need to save our environment.
Yeah, just like.
Sure.
Yes, save it before it's eaten by elder worms.
You know, you've been a
Over
real
to
pissy
Jamie
bitch.
with something nice.
So there is a charity which I used to fundraise for, and I think is a really good charity called the National Deaf Children's Society. They help out deaf children, their families, and their friends all around the UK, teaching sign language, doing adventure holidays and such, and generally making sure everyone functions as a whole unit and building the kids' confidence. They're a great charity. Anything you can do to help out would be great.
Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you all for coming, and a massive thank you to Tommy for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's us. Thank you, guys. We're going to quickly turn over and be back in 10 minutes.
You know, you've been a real pissy bitch this hour. I know how you held on to that last legendary resistance there.
It's still